When Stone Cold Steve Austin walked away from WWE, shockwaves vibrated the foundation of the company.
7 months ago, I told my boss, Vince McMahon, to take his job and shove it. But Stone Cold Steve Austin got tired of sitting on his ass at the house, and everybody said, Austin can take his ball and go home.
But when the Rattlesnake finally returned, he didn't come alone.
Bring a ball with me. I brought a big fat can of whoop ass. I can guarantee you that I am going to raise more hell than I've ever raised in my life.
Before the Bionic Redneck could reclaim his superiority, another superstar was out to challenge his legacy.
Austin, do you remember the last 2 times you went one-on-one with the Great One? I whipped your ass not once, but twice. The Rock has done it all in this business.
The incomparable People's Champion. He's a leading man in Hollywood. Right.
The one thing that The Rock has not done is whoop that ball candy ass at Wrestlemania.
The stage was set for the greatest rivalry in WWE history to enter Act 3.
It's like a cancer in the soul of The Rock. He has never beaten Stone Cold at a WrestleMania. It'll be The Rock. It'll be Austin one-on-one at WrestleMania.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Miami, Florida, weighing 275 pounds, The Rock.
Arguably the greatest third-generation superstar in the history of our business. His late grandfather, the high chief Peter Maivia, was a superstar. The Rock's father, Rocky Johnson, a tag team champion. This young man using the WWE to springboard to Hollywood stardom. But the one thing The Rock has never done, and I truly believe it's eaten him alive, King, is that on the grandest stage that our business has to offer, The Rock has never defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin.
At WrestleMania, you're right. And you're right, I have to agree with you. I think The Rock is obsessed with that now. It's become his mission in life.
From Victoria, Texas, weighing 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He has earned the reputation as the toughest SOB in WWE. There is no one that has ever laced their boots any more intense, any more with a will to win than Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, he's a rattlesnake, all right. He is one tough SOB.
Austin raised a country boy down in Texas. The Rattlesnake grew up wanting to be here, wanting to do this. This is Austin's life. This is the Rattlesnake's destiny. But the same can be said for The Rock. You can make a good point that who is the greatest WWE champion of all time? A lot of arguments, a lot of discussion can be had in that respect. But it very well could be one of these two men in the ring, and only time will tell. For the third time at WrestleMania, it's The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. If history is any indication, we are in for one hell of a fight.
The Rock just came back to the WWE after a 6-month absence. And it was a huge insult to The Rock, with Stone Cold Steve Austin being named Superstar of the Decade by the WWE fans.
Stone Cold is right in the middle of showing his appreciation to the fans when The Rock interrupted him and challenged him to this match here tonight.
Austin has had The Rock's number at WrestleMania, and The Rock will move heaven and earth to erase that fact.
And The Rock counters it.
Do you think the Rattlesnake is jealous of the fact that The Rock's a movie star?
Stone Cold Steve Austin is a wrestler. That's what Austin's wanted to be all his life. and that's what he is. Steve Austin is a wrestler, as intense as any wrestler I've ever seen. I certainly applaud The Rock at being multifaceted, at being a star in Hollywood. I just don't think that our fans share that sentiment.
Well, The Rock has proven that he can do it all. WWE, movies, TV, you name it. The Rock is the total package.
That very reason might be The Rock's undoing, King.
What an impact from that kick.
And he strikes with a quick kick.
And there's a counter by the most electrifying man in sports entertainment.
Folks, that's some impact. Bam! These two have battled for the better part of 8 years. Austin hosts 2 WrestleMania main event victories over The Rock. Will Austin make it 3-0 tonight?
Well, The Rock will do anything, I mean anything, to make sure he comes out on top tonight.
This is one of the great rivalries that in my 30 years in the business, I've had the privilege to witness.
I don't think The Rock can look back on his career with a clear conscience if he can't beat Stone Cold Steve Austin tonight. I really don't.
Man, The Rock is just relentless. He misjudged the range on that one.
Oh, look at The Rock. Those Hollywood good looks.
I don't think Austin cares much about The Rock's good looks or his Hollywood career. Tonight is about Wrestlemania. It's about proving that Austin can still stomp a mud hole in The Rock and walk it dry. Stone Cold Steve Austin's career, his legacy, will always be measured against that of The Rock. It's unavoidable. And Austin wants to end all such conjecture tonight.
Oh, and The Rock might want to call a stunt double, JR. This isn't a movie, Rock. There are no seconds.
Austin's body has got to be racked in pain. But inside that ring, he'll never quit on you, folks. Stone Cold has never quit on any of us in his entire life.
Yeah, but this is Wrestlemania, and The Rock is determined to beat Stone Cold at Wrestlemania. Stone Cold may have to quit tonight. This may be the start.
The words "I quit" do not exist in Stone Cold Steve Austin's vocabulary. They didn't at WrestleMania 13 against Bret the Hitman Hart, and I can't see it happening here tonight.
Well, by the end of tonight, we'll know for sure, JR. Timber, and he falls hard. Well, Austin Vest says that he's bulletproof, and he just dodged one there.
And a reversal.
Nice reversal there.
How in the world did he counter that? When Austin returned to WWE, the Rattlesnake promised to raise more hell than ever before. But this match can't be going the way Austin imagined it would.
Oh, my God! Look out!
He's got his shoulders planted to the mat. And he's looking to brawl. Look out! What a landing! The heat of impact delivered with that elbow drop. He passed over the forward. And how much damage did that do?
He's really been zeroed in on him, but he's still showing some signs of life. Are we about to see the most electrifying move in sports entertainment? Here we see what this
slam. Wow, what a suplex.
Oh, wait, nice reversal. Oh, there's a counter. Great counter.
The counter.
And we see it one more time. My God almighty. No, somehow. Oh, there's still a lot of fight left in Stone Cold. It's a good reason that's called a backbreaker. It can snap your spine. No one does it better than The Rock. Look out what's going on here. Look at that. End over end.
The eyebrow raiser there, looking to end it.
Uh-oh. He's in position, ready to strike. Hey, he's going for it again. One more time.
In case you missed.
Here's a cover.
Two. That's the wins.
Hearing your winner, The Rock.
Seeing is believing, and we all saw. We saw The Rock do what you thought couldn't be done, JR. Admit it. These 54,000 people thought it couldn't be done. They turned their backs on The Rock, and they thought he'd sold out. But The Rock finally beat the rattlesnake and